Hello, this is Diana Diaz.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Diana Diaz, and today I will be talking to y'all about adoption and why you should consider it for later in the future. By the end of this speech, my goal is to have y'all at least consider or think about adopting. I would do that by sharing some stories and reasons why this is the way to go. I am qualified to speak about this topic as I've conducted many research based on this process. So first things first, helping a child. Many of the children waiting to be adopted have gone through traumatic experiences and can be emotionally scared and feel unloved. By taking he or she, and the goal is to help them overcome what they have faced. Teenagers who live their life in foster homes or in adoption facilities can most likely fall into drugs or into criminal actions. These are some examples of events that kids have gone through. So, kids that are in foster homes or in the adoption facilities have either been rescued children who have been found in the streets with no bed to sleep, no food to eat. Right here, no food to eat. Children that have been running away from home, or domestic abuse. Among this list, there's also sexual abuse, like kids that have sadly been raped, or traumatic experiences like that. Statistics show an amount of 50,000 children are waiting to be adopted here in the United States, and only a total of 5,000 children get taken in by families per year. Okay, I got this from AmericaAdopts.com. A story which I read on the internet was about a little boy named Dominic, which was fostered as a little 2-year-old boy. He got to the Douglas family not being able to talk or walk. Keep in mind, whenever you're 2 years old, kids usually already walk. They can already say not a lot of words, but they can say a few words. That's what the norm is. Okay. The Douglas family began to teach him what he hadn't been taught before. They loved him in their home for 2 years after they finally decided to adopt. So they were fostering him, waiting for someone to step up to adopt the kid, but then they ended up falling in love with him. So they wanted him as part of their family. Okay. Fulfilling your dream of becoming a parent. As said in the PowerPoint, adoption is the beginning of a path to a better and most wonderful life. Sadly, many women out there don't have the ability or lost the ability to give birth to a child who wishes to be a parent. Therefore, adoption is the key to the wish of loving and raising a kid of their own. As an example, I can relate to my aunt's best friend. She unfortunately cannot have kids, but that didn't stop her from making a family of her own. She decided to adopt, and now she's raising a beautiful little girl, accompanied by her wife. I got this from all4kids.org. This example takes me to my next point, the LGBT community. The LGBT community has many couples who only wish to have a child to love and cherish with their significant other, regardless if it's man on man or women on women. Today, that dream can become reality as for adoption became available to everyone who really wants to have a family. Here are some pictures of a homosexual family. You see how happy they are? This is a heterosexual family. These are kids who are waiting to be adopted or have been adopted before. Okay. An expert's opinion. I got this from adopt.org. It states, "We believe that every child has the right to a loving, nurturing, and permanent family. Therefore, it is the policy of the adoption center that no person should be denied consideration in the adoption process based on marital status, sexual orientation, gender identity, expression, disability, physical appearance, race, gender, age, religion, or size of family." That brings me to my last story. I got this from rd.com, Culture Adoption Stories. This is the story of Macy. Macy, when she was 11, Macy lost her father when she was 2 and her mother at 11, both to addiction. So they were both into drugs, either, I believe it was cocaine that they did LSD also, so that made them pass away, sadly. Growing up, her life was anything but stable. Continuous drug use and domestic violence marred her life for years. So she was beaten many times. A high fever took her hearing as a toddler, so she was deaf, sadly. School was an additional source of stress for Macy, where she was constantly bullied. She missed days of school at a time as her mother was rarely awake to put her on the bus, much less feed her for breakfast or get her dressed. Placed in the temporary custody of her aunt while her mother served a jail sentence for drug-related charges, Macy's life began to unravel. So she lived with her aunt. Her aunt sadly gave up on her. She didn't want her no more. Macy became too much trouble. Well, it's understandable because she wasn't raised by her parents. She didn't have her parents. They were never in the picture. They were always involved with drugs, involved with other stuff, but Macy. Then her aunt sent her to the foster home. As a junior in high school, Macy was quickly nearing what is called aging out of the system, when children turn 18. So nobody took in Macy. Nobody wanted to adopt her. So she turned 18, and at that age, once you're in the foster home, you get sent to the real world, and you don't know anything about the real world because you don't have. Her parents didn't teach her how to do certain stuff, how to cook, how to take care of herself. So Macy ended up passing away. Yeah, it's very sad. So in conclusion, I truly believe everyone that is available to adopt should most definitely go for it. Millions of people talk about changing the world. Well, this should be the first step. Helping the ones in need makes a huge difference and can mean the world to a child. Think about it. Thank you.